Welcome back to Captain of Industry with me, Flow Engineer. This is episode 36, and today we are continuing to get to our goal. As you can see, last time we built this wonderful bridge there in the background, and we are very busy to build this dam here to get to this hill. And you know what this hill is? It's a large hill of very clean and very spicy rock. And what do we want to do with that spicy rock? We want to eventually burn it in this thing. And we'll make a lot of steam. We'll put it into those, which make a lot of mechanical power, which make a ton of power. Yeah, we need a lot of it. That's why I don't want to rely on contracts right now, because it's kind of close. It's not very close, it's kind of close. And it's very pure. That's the other thing that is really useful. Look at this. It's very pure. So we will finish this in this episode and we'll start extracting this here. And what I also want to do, I want to get rid of those trees. That's what we are going to do first. We do have one vehicle left. So let's get a harvester here and let's just make sure that we can get this one built so he actually does something. Let's see. And there we go. And where are you here? You need a few trucks assigned to you, and then we can get rid of all those trees because we don't need them. They are not necessary at all. And we are very close. Now, what I don't know yet is how I wanna or will do this stuff here. I will eventually fill this in up to this point, as you can see, because we will have our shipping routes along here. And I will fill this in, and I'm not sure if I want to fill it in because and then do the sorting and everything. I think we will still need a sorting plant. If I want to do the sorting here, or if I want to do it here and drive back and forth here, I also still don't know where to actually put this thing. Yeah. The thing is, we do have a lot of different things we need to put in and out. So we have slag, which we need to get rid of. We need a little bit of rock, we need a lot of the uranium, and we need some sulfur and some depleted uranium. So I'm not yet sure if we will build this. Well, it would kind of make sense to build it not too far away from everything. And yeah, I'm just not sure where to build it. But what I think, we can also just build it and move it again. We're not in real life where we actually have to rely on this. And yeah, we can get stuff out or take stuff out of the ground again and put it down again. For example, here. I mean, yes, it's not perfect because we need to put those in a different place. But why not build a reactor here? For now. It's just for now. We don't. If we put this here, well, we probably need to dump a little here, but that's not a big deal. We do level and we take this and we put it to here, and then we take this and we will be able to put it on here. That would be kind of great. So yeah, let's get this one built. You're allowed to dump, I guess, rock. You will take this and we'll put you on here. You will also need one excavator if we can get one from somewhere, from here for example. Let's also take some away here, and we'll do 1 and 1, and export routes is into, I don't know, they can figure it out, and they can get the stone from basically everywhere that there's stone. Yeah, they should figure that out. Let's see what happens if we do this. And yeah, rail stacker yeah, no sorting plant for this. That's fine. We do have enough iron finally. And we are almost here. So let's also make sure, yeah, we want to get this done here. So we can then put a sorter. Actually, we could even put like a sorter on here. If we make it a little wider, if we like do something like this here, we can just put the sorter on top of here. Like this. We don't even need this one. We can just do something like this. And that works pretty well. And it's not that deep there, so that's not a problem either. So yeah, what I should probably do, oh, it's let's look underwater. It's kind of hard to see where the uranium actually is, but it seems like it's only here. So if we like fill up to here, that's not a problem. The uranium seems to be more on this side. So if we like do something like, wait, dump, maybe not this one, that's not the smartest idea, but maybe if we do something like this one, and then we can put the sorting plant here, that will work perfectly fine. And then question is, are we gonna use trains to bring it over the bridge to this side or no? That's actually something I'm not yet sure. Let's import from basically everywhere, from here, from here, from here, from where else do we have stone? We could even truck it in from here, but that's kind of stupid. It's kind of stupid to drive it all the way over there. We can also just edit. Wait, let me edit area, and we'll do this. And we'll just say you can also dump dirt. You can dump both. And we'll just do leveling. And we'll just do something like this. And it will make our hillside here a little ugly, but it kind of works. And then we have a large power plant here. We will need a seawater pump somewhere, but we will bring seawater up there. That's not a problem. Sulfur we can truck up there too. So yeah, that could be a place to actually put this. I will actually put the blueprint. No, I cannot put the blueprint there. That would be kind of stupid. Yeah, let's actually see if we can get a few. Do we have smaller excavators somewhere? You are also very much done with what we should do here. We shouldn't really, we shouldn't really do anything else here. We should probably also run you again, because we are full on every single construction part. So yes, that is something. Are we setting up full nuclear today? I'm not sure if time will be enough. Mainly because this terraforming project here. But we could probably make it happen somehow. Is there a way to prioritize this one? I would rather have this material be dumped. Let's see if we can. We can probably take those 3. We don't need those right now. And also this one. So actually we can completely destroy this one. And we can let them work here. Which means this should be a little faster. And as you can see, they are very much dumping in here. Which is great. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with, or how to bring it over, because we can't put a belt here. So we do have 2 options. We can set up a train, or we can just truck it over for now. I think I'm gonna go with the trucking over, but I'm not sure. It's kinda too temporary setup to put the reactor here. But on the other hand, I don't know. Wait, let's take this one again. If we put it here, it's gonna be a very cramped setup. I don't love the place. I don't. Yeah, we also wanted to set up this one. I mean, why not? Yeah, we'll get one office just to see. And I think you are making a lot of paper. How much? You're making 12 paper. How much paper do you take? You only take 4 paper. So let's do this. Let's take a flat balancer here. Let's connect you here, and you definitely are priority here. And then we'll have a storage. I think this one is enough. And we'll take you. And you can export. And your paper. Whoops. Something like this. So we have paper there. And what else do they need? Oh, we don't have enough workers. That does make sense. Let's get some more. Now we don't have enough housing. We can also... Yeah. Okay, not enough points. So how do we get points? Missing office supplies. Okay, how do we get office supplies? Let's set up office supply. Office supplies here. Okay, so we basically just do this for now. No, we want to get the recyclables out. You are taking 2. That is more than enough. And we'll do this. And we will also have some paper coming in. We will have some rocking chairs coming in. And we will have some electronics coming in. So, paper. Paper. Rocking chairs. How do we do that? Where are they? Here. Household goods. And some electronics. Let's see. Something like this. And then we can take you. And we'll just feed everything in. And we will do all of this. We want to keep full. Now let's see if we actually can export stuff from here. We should be. And we should unpause those. So we are actually making those. Now we'll take a little more steel. But we are actually good at the moment for steel. Yeah, so you don't have any designations. I could keep taking away stuff here. But I don't know. Let's maybe set up, so you are able to from now on also dump stone, rock. That's dangerous. We definitely need to pay attention to what we're doing here. Something like this. And then we'll do mining. We'll take this away. And... because I kind of want to fill this up here again. Well, it's kind of unnecessary for now. Let's not do that. That's it's a dangerous thing to do. And we are almost there. We are almost there. We can already put this one here. Yeah, not sure if I want to do it already, but yes. So you are going to be done soon, very soon. And then we can bring in the uranium. We could also just store it up for now, but I also kind of want to at least start getting some of the uranium fuel for a lot of reasons. Like there's a lot of reason for wanting that. Even some trains. Eventually we could run trains on it. Okay, let's get this one. I know I forgot to do the office supplies. Okay, let's start by prioritizing like this area. Something like this. So that should be fine. Okay, back to the office supplies. You should have office supplies. Good. And that will mean we'll have one of you here. And we should get them out here, if I'm correct. And this is way overkill, so That should be fine, and we'll have basically a box like this here. Like this. Boost with computing. I don't think we have computing. But how does that work here? So we get points. How do we get the points? So if I put all of this in here, but I could still put stuff in there. I'm very confused. What would we like? Unity contract cost. I mean, why not, right? Research efficiency. But why can't we put another one in here? Yeah, I'm not yet sure how this works, but still, +1. So now we do have, if I'm correct, we do have 51% recycling. It's actually interesting. Don't we have... No, we do not have those researched yet. Can we research them yet already? Nope, we cannot. So those two will bring it up to like 80% or something. It's quite crazy. Yeah, let's just put this one in here. But now I'm very confused. Why can't we put 2 of those in here but only 1 in here? Oh, it's just how this works. Okay. Yeah, then let's do this. So we have minus 5% to Unity cost and some recycling efficiency. I have no idea if this is worth it at this scale, but it's something. You do not have a destination. So let's, if you do that, we can just dump some more in here. I think we'll just start filling it up, or we could also fill it up to here because that would be fun. Okay, so now for the uranium mine. Okay, are they? How far are they? Okay, they're doing a good job here. Yeah, the nuclear reactor will cost a lot of Unity, so we'll have to pay attention to that there. I'm sorry for the weird camera movement there. Let's set up this like this, because you are gonna go like here. Something like this. And yeah, I will start, or I will do this. But I don't generally want to dump everything in here, especially on the edge. I only want stone. Kinda. Because it just makes a much cleaner edge. If we look at this one, or this one, it's just very clean with just the stone. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's worth it to care about. It's really not that much dirt. So I think we're fine if we just take the mountain here. Yeah, and we take that down. I will try to not make everything flat. I decided that this is kind of overkill. Even though it's really fun, it's kind of overkill. But yeah, let's set something up here. So we'll have you here. I think 1 is enough, because you can make up to... Because really, we don't really need this one. That's the thing. We don't generally need this one. It's because... let's put you here. So we can put like a large one like this here. If that works. Something like this. And then we'll have the mine control tower here. Because how this works is by edit area, and we'll take you. Something like this. Okay. And can we take all those designations away? Okay. And let's also edit the designations of this one to something like here. Yes, that will work. So you basically do uranium ore, you do rock, and you do dirt. Because I think there's some dirt in it. What are you doing? Do not auto-assign. Do not take this one. Do not at all take stuff. Wait. Export routes. That's a lot of driving to get here for nothing. Stop it. Don't. What are you doing? You're coming from the iron mine to here? To dump stuff? That's stupid. That's very stupid. Okay. But we will just mine through this here for now. We'll go like this. Now, do we have trucks? Well, essentially those here will get moved to this one. Let's see, where is our reactor? Here. So we can now place. We could place it something like this, actually. Ignore collisions. Are you fully connected? Yes, you are. So we only need to really care about this one. I actually think I wanna move this over like this, because I don't think this is a long-term place for this nuclear reactor, or I don't hope it's gonna be. And what I also probably want to do is I want to keep the space for the free for the trains, but that's just not gonna happen. Yeah, so they have to drive around. Now let's see, if we want to build this, what does it cost? 1.5k of the construction parts. Are you kidding me? That's a lot. Yeah, let's just build it. Not enough Unity to build all of it. Now let's also probably will not have enough people. Let's get some more people. Not that I want to run it directly, but I want to... Oh, we don't have the Unity. Okay, so we definitely want to pause a lot of those things. We'll want to pause this, of course. We don't want to pause those, that's fine. But we want to also pause those. Yeah, something like this. This just takes maintenance. I'm fine with a little bit more maintenance for a second or two. You are also very expensive. But yeah. So this is how this is done. You cannot take anything out or take anything in. That's also really important for those. Yes. Okay. So that works. So we can also we cannot Unity stuff in there, but that's fine. Okay. There's a lot of little things we should probably just go over with Unity again. But now let's see. So this is uranium. I think we'll just take this uranium belt and we'll put it somewhere. Well, I think we'll do a uranium storage in here. How will we do that? I think something like this. And we'll just put uranium in here, in those here. Oh, let's just take one. I think one is enough. And we'll take you and bring you in here there. Okay, let's see, like this, and then we go up. Can we go up? One, over, down, and yes. So we'll build you. We'll build you. You are uranium ore at full, and you should also export to this one, because you can take in and out. You are uranium ore. You are sort, and you can also take stuff out. That's really important. Reject single product loads. We don't want any multi-product stuff in here. We're gonna take the uranium belt and bring it over here. Something like this. And then we just have to... Let's take two Or maybe, yeah, let's take 3. Let's also go a little down with those, and let's assign them here. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is probably more than we will ever need. Okay, so let's also see what else do we need to get in here. So we'll take the uranium in here. It will go in here. So we will also have to take care of some stone. That could actually be one of the harder parts. Let's put you here. You are the stone. And that's a little overkill storage there, I think. Or is there a... No, they only need a little bit more power. There's no real other disadvantage of using that. Yeah, let's do this and go over like this. And this is stupid. Can we get this nicely? Let's maybe first just put a... One of you take filter media. And then can we now connect it up? Can we maybe go up like this? Like this, yes. That's much better. And we have some slag we need to get rid of. We can get rid of it through this one. How much is it? That's the question. Oh, it's not a lot at all. Oh, well, it's a lot from here. So that's probably why we will build that. But I think it should be fine to just put it into this belt. So let's get this one going. Let's get this one going. Let's get this one going. You are rock. So we'll put you on. Uranium is coming. So this is our first uranium being mined. And yeah, our first uranium being mined and put into the sorter and everything. Yeah, by the way, if you missed how we designed this, there's a video on my channel. You can also find the whole Captain of Industry playlist. And yeah, there you can see how we designed this thing. How do we get rock in here? We truly don't have enough rock? That's not possible. Let's also just export to this one then. And take you. And export to this one. And you also just export to that one. That's a little long drives. I don't love that. I think those two should be fine for some... Especially those. There's so much stone that goes into those systems. Or we could actually do something like... wait, let me delete this. And let's put a... There's only stone in this belt, right? On this one at least. Oh no, you're dirt and rock. You're only rock. Let's take one of you here. Let's connect you up like this. And let's be rock. And let's do this. And then we do this. So we will get rock in here eventually. Reject single product loads, reject single product loads. And they will eventually be able to export it to this one. I think, yeah. We now do have stone in here, so that's fine. Now, we also need some other things coming into this system. We need... we do have some pipes we need to put in here. We also need some sulfur. How much is it? Okay, yeah, we can't really provide too much sulfur, sadly. So this is sulfur. Where is it? We actually don't have... Maybe we're gonna be lacking on sulfur and we'll have depleted uranium. We definitely want to store this one. How exactly, I'm not sure yet. So there's also steel. We'll have another thing that needs steel. Yeah, we definitely need to keep this space free from... We can do steel here. Steel. And we'll want to have you full. Can we get you... Well, the depleted uranium for now, we wanna dump it somewhere so we can dig it up again. That's very clear because yeah, we will need the depleted uranium again. We want to recycle it and stuff. So I'm thinking stacking tower. If we take depleted uranium and we go like to max height. Oh, that's a lot. Maybe we don't want to put it exactly here. Well, we can just go down to like 15. Maybe 10. That could work. I really don't want to lose too much. Maybe to 5. Yeah, I don't like that. 3, and on this one we need like maybe a 10. Nope, we want to have 14. No, but on this one we probably want to have like 17. No, like 15. Yes, that's more like it. So we will bring that one all the way over, up, over here, and into this one. Yeah, and it will just. Can we see? This is a little close one. I think there's gonna be some uranium lost there. Can I take it even? No, I cannot. Oh, you can disable it on this side. That will work. Okay, and then we'll have like 1, 2. That's not gonna work. Okay, so yeah, something like this, and maybe we can actually dump, and we can actually take this and put some stone in here. Maybe we can do something like this for them to put in there. It's gonna take forever, especially if we don't. Let's do rectangular. Let's do something like this, and let's take the dumping away here for now. So they start dumping there, and that will be fine. So we will dump the depleted uranium there. And what else do we need? So we still need the steel connected. It's not a lot of steel, but it's something. This also will take quite a lot of power. This whole this refining takes 4 megawatts each, so I'm not sure we'll be able to run it all the time. So yeah. Water level is low. So yes, we also need to provide the water needed, which is done through this one. We need to only provide a little water, so that's a basically temporary system. But then we at all time need to provide seawater. So let's, for the temporary one, just take a little storage. Let's get rid of you. And let's take you here. And we will not take steam for desalination for now. That will be another project. We'll do water. We'll do this. We can't forget to shut this off again. This is really important as soon as the first trucks will arrive. And then we need to get rid of... Yeah, we will need to get rid of the brine, and we need to get in seawater. But we can also just take them over here, I guess. Question where we are going to do it. Can we reach down here with a seawater pump? I don't think so, but we can try. There's the tall seawater pump. Nope. That's not happening. Nope. Okay, so then we have to basically go along here and do it here. Can we not use a tall one? Something like this. And how big of a pipe is this? This is a small pipe. Okay, so then we'll be fine with this one. So we'll take you away and we'll do... Yeah, this is not gonna be the most beautiful thing. I built such a nice blueprint and now I'm uglying it again by doing this. And we'll take the pipe down here somehow, if we can do it. And we'll bring it in here. And we'll make some water. So we'll bring that in here. And we also have to dump the brine. Can we dump that here? Nope. Nope, not possible. So we'll also dump the brine in here. So we will have to... That should be some water. Is this pipe paused or what? No, this one is paused. Okay. Because there is water in here. Oh yeah, we are filling up the water. You should definitely not get water at all. You should also not be able to get or take water. We should also see water coming in here. Or maybe not until it's like, yeah. Okay. So now we also have water in there. Also this one should definitely not be... Yeah, we should check the blueprint for that kind of stuff. You are struggling to reach destination. Why do you want to go there? Did we? Oh yeah, I definitely messed up the... Definitely messed up the designations here. Let's dump to like here. Because I want to keep this area here to be able to drive through with trucks on the edge here. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Can they now drive wherever they want to go? Oh yeah. Whoops. That went fast. Okay. So we should also see some seawater coming in. We can start to run this one, and we just need to get the brine. How far back do you go? You're this pipe. You're going all the way back to, yeah, to this one there. It's actually a pipe I added after the recording because... So basically, yeah, the priority is going there, and then we take you. Can we get you in here? Hello. Like this. And then we'll bring you... Let's see. Can we get you here? And get you along here. And can we get you down the hill? And we'll get you in here. We'll do this, and you will dump all that brine, which we don't need for now. So let's see if we can run at least some parts of the system. I think we got all the smaller parts, so let's try and color in all the... Nope, let's not do that. So let's see if we... So we are making uranium ore powder from uranium. We are then putting that stuff out. This is taking a while. So then we have all that uranium powder. We bring it in to those, which take acid, and they make yellow cake out of it. Which also gives us the really toxic slurry. It's the second most toxic thing in the game, I think, for water pollution, which is gonna be is brought in here. But we can actually take some brine, which we get from this one in the beginning, and then from the running desalinators. And we can make water and slag out of this. The slag will go out here. The water, as you can see, will feed back into the system, into the tank here. What we also can do, we can then... No, we cannot do that. Now the really exciting but also a little worrying part. We can take the yellow cake and the hydrogen fluoride, which we make here from stone and some acid, and we can make it into enriched uranium, as you can see. But this takes a lot of power. I'm not sure we're going to be able to sustain that production. As you can see, it's taking 4 megawatts if it's actually running. This, then, you can also not boost this building, which is why this blueprint is kind of limited, and I will probably have to, yeah, rebuild stuff. Why are we low on veggies? Oh, I guess it's because we have too many people for our veggie production, so that's something we need to look into soon too, like fertilizer and stuff. By the way, all our as elements are fully upgraded, so that's something. Okay, we take all this enriched uranium, and it's not from all that uranium that comes in here, which is a lot, by the way. We only get like a few pieces of enriched uranium per 60, as you can see here. And then we take 2 of those enriched uraniums and make them into uranium rods in this assembler here. And we sadly cannot make it slower because then it doesn't have the recipe anymore. And we store it up, or first we put it in here. We actually need 40 of them to actually even run the reactor. So we need to have enough. I'm actually gonna pause it now, and we need to have enough fuel in here so this one can even work. So we'll have to have this thing running for a second. All the depleted uranium is being dumped out here by this one. We should see it in a second. Coming in there. And yes, it will be dumped by that one. As you can see there. And we will be able to pick it up again at some point and recycle it. Because you can make basically depleted uranium. We'll be able to take it and with plutonium make it into max rods. And also blank fuel. So that will be a whole thing, but it's possible to actually use it, and it's a valuable resource, or it's gonna be a valuable resource. If I look at this hill isn't gonna last a very long time, or is it just me? Yeah, interested in seeing how that goes. You don't have any mining designations anymore, okay. Then let's take you. And let's go down to, what is it? 3? The usual height? Yes, 3. And then let's take you and take you here. 3. Let's do this. So that will get rid of all that stuff. And we should be able to just dump it in here. And we'll have to see how far we want to dump it here. We probably want to dump it to something like this. Yeah, something like this area. And that will be fine, because then we can start working on all that area. We'll also put dirt over again, just as we did here. And I actually got, someone said, well, it's kind of hilarious how you put dirt over it. And then you just cover it with the surfaces anyway with concrete. And it was especially funny as there's sandstone under this. But I just want to keep the option of like having a farm over this. Another thing, there's the gas injection pumps. Do you see this? We can put basically everywhere here. We can actually use the ground for gas injection. I wasn't aware of this, but this is so cool. This means that it's less of a problem, and we will be able to make a zero pollution island basically. As long as we use hydrogen or electric trains, which I'm not sure we're gonna do, but yeah. So as soon as this one will run, we will also have this one here. It takes depleted steam from all the turbines, which, by the way, we should probably... The system is set so that for when it's running on the max capacity there, I don't have to really worry about it because there's no fuel rods yet. Actually, where are they? They are here. There's actually a few in here already, but if I unpause this, yeah, as soon as, if it's running on the max power, then all of those will be used, but if not, we should probably put a balancer in here. Yeah, that's actually something I will do right now. I should probably also do it in the blueprint, but it's not a perfect blueprint anyway, so I don't know, but yeah, we don't want to... I think we can use the... I'm not actually sure if it helps, because my thought is just we're losing less stuff on the flywheels. But on the other hand, do we even need flywheels in a nuclear reactor? I don't think so, because it's a very steady power output anyway. So yeah, I will also unpause this, and as we should see all that coming in. Also, all of those should definitely be like, yeah, they basically should be always on, right? So we want to basically always use that power from them. So, and they are allowed to power surplus because they are not actually auto-balancing. So there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to allow surplus power consumption. As you can see here, yeah, they are very slow, and we don't have enough workers for all of it. We don't have enough workers. Why are there only settlements where we can't? Oh, wow, we don't have enough people again. Yeah, we can unpause this one. We are slowly... Why is the bonus not maxed out on the water? What pipe goes in here? Yeah, this should definitely be maxed out. I'm very confused. Same with power. Food makes sense that it's not maxed out. Yeah, and sausages, of course, all that stuff is not. That's not gonna happen. But I'm very confused about this stuff. Of course, also household goods. There's no way we could supply enough, so I'm actually not supplying them. Let's also run this one again, if we can, if we can get enough workers somehow. Yeah, it's a lot of workers going into this plant, but it's also making a very large amount of power. And if we are actually using all of the steam, then we can get quite a bit of desalination going. We're up to 3,000 people. And we can get quite a bit of desalination going from this pipe here, if we resupply the water, of course. So yeah, we should probably hook this up to water supply soon, so we can get rid of all the blue dots here. Veggies is low, copper is actually low again. Okay, mining. Can we... let's just take away a little bit of this. Ooh. That's bad. How did that happen? Is it really just that... Yeah, it's... Again, it's just a lot of... Oh, it's because you are trying to supply those, which is stupid because... Yeah, let's not do this one, and let's not do this one. It's stupid if those drive over here. We just want to supply them from here. So we can do this and can also go to here maybe. Something like this should work. As you can see, there's not really a lot of depleted uranium from this power plant. And we are pretty soon at 40. Which means we can start up the reactor and we'll not have to worry about power again for quite a while. Until this hill is gone. All the spicy rock is gone. But for now, I think we're fine. How's this one? I think that should be fine. Yeah, I think so. And they are very nicely dumping all that stuff in here, which gives us a nice... Oops. Whoops. Let's enable this again. Yeah, so we have a very nice coast in here, as you can see. I really like this, and eventually I will fill in this maybe too. Oh, we'll see. There's a lot of stuff. So we have... You cannot dump rocks. You should be able to dump rocks. Can we get rid of you? We probably can't, but we can put some assigned, maybe you. And we'll do something like this. Can we? No, we cannot upgrade you further. Maybe you should... not reject single product loads. Maybe that helps. Well, it will help a little, but... Okay. Low sulfur, so we don't have enough sulfur to run this. Yeah, so that's probably gonna be the next actual thing is sour water import and stripping. So yeah, I wrote that, didn't write that right, but that's fine. We also do not have enough rock here. We can actually do something like this now. Because even if there's no coal here anymore, that's gonna keep or gonna stay our stone mining. No sorting plant for mix. What are you still doing here? I'm actually gonna do this. Just so you're free again. And it's basically just overkill to have that many here. So one is probably enough with like 2 trucks. And then we'll probably put more here, but well, I don't know if that helps. Yeah. How's our reactor going? Pretty good. How's our sulfur? Well, we are low on sulfur. I would kind of like to have some excess, but yeah, we can actually start the reactor, and I'm gonna actually start it on the first low power setting, and it will start up. It's coming up on temperature, and there will be a lot of steam going through those pipes into those turbines. They will start turning those up here, and we will see some capacity or some, yeah, we'll be able to supply all of this. Let's also see, this is weird. What did I do here? No, that does make sense. We are still supplying our brine for this one with this one. Eventually this will maybe basically stop working because now those are producing brine. Well, we should definitely see, yeah, we should see that working, which means this one, those will probably not work anymore. They are still working. That's funny. What's the highest one, like 2? Oh, that's the highest one here, 2? It's crazy. Okay, but still, that should be a lot of power taken away by this one. I could definitely bring it up to power level 2 or 3. And we should also see this one going up, I hope. If everything worked, we should see this going up. And it's not really going up. Are you? You're desalinating? That is good. Can actually boost you for a second. Yeah, we should monitor this for a second. But as you can see, the steam is going out and all the spent fuel is going in here. Now, yeah, at some point we'll have to take away this, and there's some air pollution, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Even the oil rig, how's that one? Actually, it's not. Do we have 2? Can't we just run on 1 anymore? Okay. But yeah, we are also kind of wasting steam now. We could use that for desalination at any place, basically. And we should see water still going up. We are still bringing water in by truck. Can we stop that for a second? What happens? We should not see this water getting lower. But it is. You're only 50%. I tested this design, so it should work. This should definitely work in theory, at least. Okay, now we are boosting it, so maybe it's not working because of that. Let's not boost it. Let's just see if it just has to like be able to keep the level and not have the level go down. And at least at this point, we shouldn't see those running at all. Yes, as you can see. They are not really needed anymore. Which means, basically, those will not run. Well, they need to keep the inertia. Oh, we should definitely... Aren't you auto-balanced? You are auto-balanced. You are auto-balanced? Well, that is right. Okay. So yeah, but our wood supply will go down. We won't need that much. Can we? So this is working. You are still going down. I tested the system. Maybe it's because something is wrong here. Where are you going? You're going in there. And you are going down. This system should definitely work. Maybe it's because of this one here. No, we should see that water being brought in here too. Do we get this water? We get this water out, right? And then we should get it in here. Yeah, I will have to look into this, but basically it should work. And it is definitely working, so we are not using that much wood power anymore. But I think what I will do is I will just shut it down for a second. And see what happens. Because that's weird. Why is there water in here? 19 spent fuel? That's a lot too. Okay, yeah, but why is the water level low on this one? Let's actually keep importing some water. I don't know why, but now of course there's water coming back into the system basically from the rest of the circle. Maybe that's actually the a problem. Well, I don't know. Let's start it back up. But yes, I think that's it. I'm gonna see off cam for a second how this is working here. As you can see, we're all struggling on power again now. Everything is running. So we kind of need the reactor to power itself. But yes, let's maybe also pause those. I don't think they are you cannot pause those. Okay, so we would have to delete it. I'm not sure if I should delete it. As you can see, it's taking out a lot of water. As long as there's water in here, it's not really a problem, but still. That's weird. That's definitely weird. We could put some desalinators in here and do some random stuff, but some improvised setup, but I don't want to do that. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed these videos, even though I sometimes don't have a clue what's going on. This is a nuclear plant and I'm very happy. And next time we are going to continue. As I said, probably we'll have to strip sour water or something. We'll see what exactly we'll do. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, subscribe, or also go look at Patreon if that's something where you would be interested in. And we are going to see each other in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye.